LeBron. Like he's literally constantly he's adapting over his old age. Like he's adapting.
That's true. Everything but the hairline. He's adapting to the old age.
You can just let it go, yo. You got bread already, man. Like just let it go, bro.
You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Just gotta let it go.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Heroes Peak podcast. I am your host, Chris, with my wonderful co-host here. We're about to talk about pop culture and geek entertainment. I'm going to start over to my left, right, depending on your view of it. I'm going to start with Mike. How you doing, Mike? Can't hear you, Mike. You're mute.
There we go. How's that?
There you go. Hey,
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Doing well. Disappointed my Raptors lost, but other than that, I
Aww, for you.
Right. That's right.
And then Brooks, how you doing, Brooks? How's your breathing?
I'm doing well. Breathing not so good. Lots of smoke, lots of ashes raining from the sky.
A nice little apocalypse
Normal.
going on out there.
Feels like it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can clear that up and before we all die. And she's like, yeah, whatever.
Maybe.
And Keith, how you doing, Keith?
What's going on, guys?
All right. And finally we got James. How's your night going, James?
It was a long night. Just got back from urgent care with the little one here. CTV Pineapples, a.k.a. Eric here, Kid Dynamite. Fractured foot. Yeah, check out his YouTube page, CTV Pineapples. Video games.
All right, my fault. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check it out.
Yeah, that's right. Get some sympathy clicks. That's what
Some
we
sympathy
need.
clicks.
That's what we need.
Gotta hurt myself on air, do some stupid shit.
Oh man.
Wow.
All right. So tonight our agenda is kind of big, but I don't think we're going to spend too much time on most of it. We're going to talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs, the start of the NFL season. We're going to talk about Raised by Wolves, that freaky show. How's
wake
Mike
up.
doing?
sorry. Just a mention of that show puts me to sleep.
Oh, gee.
I was like, is it that time already?
And James and Mike
shows
are going to
it,
give
bro.
us a non-spoiler Tenet review.
Yes.
And that's looks like what we're gonna do today. So why don't we start off with the NBA? So who wants to give us a lowdown on the NBA playoffs, where we stand?
Hey, Brooks, run it down.
Go for it.
I mean, my team is in the playoffs still, so, you know.
Yeah, way to rub it
Lakers.
in there, buddy.
You're welcome. No one actually thought the Raptors were going to go anywhere, so I feel like
Wow.
a Game 7 is a big deal, you know.
I think you're by yourself on that opinion on this panel here.
Maybe.
No.
We can find out. We can pull the panel if you want.
No, I didn't think
thought
they were.
the
I didn't
Raptors
think,
were doing
actually,
anything like they did until they got to the playoffs.
Yeah,
they can't
no,
be
no.
like, the Raptors are still good.
I didn't think they were going to win that Game 7 either, honestly. So
Nah, by Game 7 they had me though. Like I definitely thought that they were gonna win. I hate the Celtics. I really wanted the Raptors to win of the two teams, and of course
So-
they couldn't pull it off. Freaking
James,
Canadians.
were you rooting for the Celtics since you used to be a Celtics fan?
I was rooting for the Celtics.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you for blowing my spot.
Of course he was rooting for them. They won. That's why he was rooting for them.
I wanted
From
to see.
behind.
I wanted to see a Lakers Celtics 10-year reunion match. 2010. That's what I wanted.
I just want Tatum to see LeBron again.
Well, if we get Lakers,
Son him again.
if we get Lakers
Son
and Celtics,
LeBron
Celtics
again.
are going to win. So I'm not worried about it.
You think the Celtics will win?
Of
I think
course.
so too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah.
Miami team looks dangerous.
But Rondo, oddly enough, Rondo is y'all difference maker.
It's so weird. No one would have ever thought it was
Ron-
Rondo, and he is
Well, I
really
would've.
stepping it up.
I would have. Rondo is one of my favorite PGs ever.
But he's old.
Him and CP, it has nothing to do with age.
Oh, with CP3, it has nothing to do with the age.
It has nothing to do with age. What him and CP3 do has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with knowing every inch of the basketball court and being able to predict what your opponent is going to do. Them cats are masters. Like, they see every play coming. They know exactly who to get the ball to. Rondo can't even shoot that well, and you still got to guard him.
But he's shooting threes all of a sudden.
No, he's
bananas.
He's literally one of my.
And I'm not mad at it.
I'm not like what Dame does is great. What Curry does is dope. But as an actual traditional point guard, like, I appreciate traditional point guard work, and like guys like Rondo and CP3 are so underappreciated. And the whole reason why, even to mention CP3, the whole reason why that team got to the playoffs, because he's an on-court coach.
Yeah.
Before the season started, everybody wrote them off. Like, they're probably gonna be a lottery team. Who's got their they're stocking up on their draft assets. And they end up in the playoffs with an actual chance, giving legit teams a run for their money.
That's true. I mean, really, that's a good point. That position is a quarterback of a team, of a basketball team, right?
And it has nothing to do with age so much as it does, because he doesn't have to be as physical. Even when he takes over a game, look at what he does. It's totally all about positioning and being here and turning there and this, that. Like, he very efficiently expending energy.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it.
I agree. Where it's like the opposite of LeBron. He's expending so much energy. It's a great show, and I love to watch him because now I have to be a LeBron fan.
But you know that can only go so far.
You don't have
exactly.
Father Time is definitely going to have something to say about that after a while. Like, it's not like if your game is dependent on your muscles, Father Time's going to hit you. Your game is dependent on your brain. But I'm going to say this, like, LeBron has become, I'm going to have to say, a much better, like, passer and game manager. So I could see him transitioning more to, like, a CP3 type player as time actually. I hate to admit it, but that's the thing that I really kind of see about LeBron. Like, he's literally constantly, he's adapting over his old age. Like, he's adapting.
That's true. Everything but the hairline. He's adapting to the old age.
You need to just let it go, yo. You got bread already, man. Like, just let it go, bro.
You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Just gotta let it go.
I know.
Like, we can see it from far. Like, we're sitting from the cameras. We can see it, bro. Like,
it's so bad.
I feel his pain. Trust me.
I mean, you're just not gonna let it go?
No.
Dude.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Just let it go. Let it go.
Just let it go.
Meanwhile, Chris still got Lion-O-Maine over there.
You get that first cool breeze across your bald head, I'm telling you, change your life.
Yeah.
I used to shave my head in high school, so no.
You were a rebel, though. That's a whole different
Oh, no,
thing.
no. That's called military school.
Trust me, I'm using that Canadian healthcare to get every medication possible to get on my head.
You got to get the Sharpie marker and draw it on there.
The spray paint can, everything.
Nah, see, what you need to do is, like, be the Indian dude that lets it go, but you have to grow your hair in. Like, you have to grow that beard hair. You need that real thick, like, yeah, you can do it, Mike. I tell you, I think it'll be a plus. Go ahead, let it go.
Mike will never be allowed to cross the border.
Free your soul.
Yeah, right?
That's right.
You'll never be allowed to cross the border.
So I can get special searched every time, right?
It's like you know India's not in Pakistan.
We don't care. Get over here.
It's like, we don't care. I'm like,
yeah.
We went from basketball to, like, border relations really quick. That was impressive. Yeah.
I was going to bring up the Clippers, actually. The other topic I wanted to get into, how the fact
man,
the
what a
Clippers will be facing the
disappointment.
Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
That would be so great. I would love
That's what I want, but it's not looking like it's going to happen.
I want that so bad. I want it so
It's
bad.
not looking like it's going to. I thought that was really going to be what it was. But, like, is Denver this good? Or is like
No.
I don't like
The Clippers are just
good.
not able to take.
I'm gonna say the way Denver is playing like after MPJ, the rookie, got on the post game interview and pretty much just blasted the team and the coach they're really just not passing it, so that's why we're losing. Literally listen to what he said and won the next 2 games. So I think that they could take it away. And man, Joker is such a good ass big, yo. And I'm not one of the dudes that really am enamored by this whole new small ball D'Antoni. You're not taking it all the way with that. You're not going basketball at the highest level when it gets the tightest is a big man sport. You're not taking big man out of basketball. Like you're gonna need them at some point. If I could
hate the small ball too. I agree.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining. I like how how Golden State was using it when it was like it was this special kind of like killer team. Like the death squad coming. Like now's the death lineup. If it's gonna be your whole game, okay, cool. Harden, you can get away with that all season. But now it's me and you for 7 games. You might get the first game, but I'm planning now. I got 7 games to plan for you. My big men are going to eventually eat you alive. Like it's just not.
Hey, the reason why I think Golden State works obviously is 2 things: the coaching. Sorry, D'Antoni. Kerr was a better coach. And second is the fact that they also played defense and they played in all 5 positions. So if you're running a pick and roll, they can switch and still be able to guard you unless it's a big because Draymond was undersized big. Whereas the Rockets, they're terrible on D. They're terrible transition defense. They're terrible at
actually, all of their defense actually improved during these last 2 rounds of the playoffs. They legitimately
on the fly.
No, but defensively, they were actually a whole different team. It was defense that they used to beat actual CP3 in them. Harden came out of nowhere and blocked that last shot. I was like, are you serious?
He did nothing that entire game and then blocked that shot.
No. He was playing down to the 4th quarter. Yes, the 3rd and 4th quarter, he started playing defense.
Yes. Maybe the 4th quarter, but not much in any other quarter.
For the Thunder, their defensive matchups work.
But then that next series, they was playing defense.
Caruso go off for like 20-something points. Caruso.
Right.
It's hard because you got to spend so much attention on LeBron and AD. Caruso is the kind he's gonna fall under your radar, and he's good enough to make the shot. He's good, but it's kind of like, okay, do I slip this second dude off of LeBron or AD to catch this little motherfucker who's just buzzing around? Nah, you kind of gotta hold down AD and just pray that this dude miss. And he just doesn't miss. That's it.
Right.
And that's it.
I just also don't think Harden has what it takes to last. I think he thinks he's better than he is. I wish he was more of a team player. I just hate Harden. I hate watching him.
I think every player thinks beyond. He's a legendary player. He's a legendary scorer. There is nobody I've ever seen.
Clearly, because he leads the league in scoring every year.
No, and that's an important thing because you don't win games by not having points. The team with the one more point than the other team wins. So until that changes, being a scorer is always going to be a big deal. And he is the best at it, ever. But he's not a alpha though. He's literally he needs somebody else there.
There's too many plays,
and it may not be a person on the court. He needs another coach. He needs a whole different. D'Antoni is not the coach for him. He might need, to tell you the truth, he might need a coach like Tibbs. Or God forbid, you give him to Doc. If Doc Rivers had Harden, Clippers would have had a chip already.
Hold on. There was too many plays that they showed us where in crunch time, Harden was nowhere near the ball. He was looking to pass it.
Thank you.
That's coaching.
That's also hard too. It ain't just coaching.
Yeah. It's hard, but it's coaching. Like, cause I feel like
players
at times though, I don't think they respect D'Antoni. You could see that. You can see that.
I can't argue.
That's the whole thing behind a coach. Like, you got to be able to be like, I don't care, like man to man. You could be a man or whatever, but I'm the coach, and you listen to what the fuck I say.
The coach.
I'm a woman, and I don't respect him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he look like a pushover.
Coach isn't giving you instruction, and you're supposed to be a superstar at Harden's level. You're at a crunch time. You mean to tell me the coaches didn't tell you to run a 4-on-1 box play? Now he's not telling us I'm gonna stand out here.
No. It's not even about telling them what to do. You're 100%. I agree with you. At the level where cats are like Harden, Westbrook, LeBron, this and the other, a coach is really not designing plays. Like, you know what the fuck to do. You on this team, you to start a team because I should be able to give you the ball and get it done. But the coach is still a motivating factor.
Right. Like, and they just don't respect
you think Harden going to be able to look over to the side and look Pop in his eye and then just give a half-hearted effort? No. Not at all. Gonna have that. And it has nothing to do with Pop calling a play or telling him what to do. Like, he respects the presence of that man. Nobody respects D'Antoni is not respected like that.
All right, I think we can move on from our NBA discussion.
No, we do now, Jordan.
But yeah, like a lot of it, like this. I'm not a big fan. Like, I'm not one of the people who put coaching on top of like talent or this, that, and the other. Like, but I feel like there's a different there's a element to a coach, a very, very good coach that has nothing to do with the actual X's and O's, but the actual respect that I can garner to pull 100% out of you every time. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because you have to be able to take all these disparate personalities and make them a cohesive.
Phil Jackson in The Last Dance.
Phil Jackson was great at that. Yeah,
that's right.
And I love how he treated. I love how he treated actual how he worked with what's the crazy
Rodman?
One? With
Rodman, yeah.
So perfect. Like, and I could see any other coach like being super frustrated and like not and probably ending up fucking up their relationship because of that. Mm-hmm. He already got his whole picture. He saw what he needed. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Coaching does matter.
And I'll do that.
We switch topics. I like to guarantee on this podcast.
Oh God.
The Los Angeles Clippers will beat the Denver Nuggets.
I agree.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that, but I can't guarantee that. I want to believe that, but I can't.
After the week.
If that happens, I'm going to call you Chuck for a long time.
MPJ is feeling himself. What's his name? Gary Harris is playing the best. I mean, not Gary Harris. What you call it? The other dude, like the number 2, the point guard. Well, the point guard on the Nuggets. But he's playing the best game. He's playing his best basketball of the whole season right now.
Hey, but Kawhi's gonna execute Order 66. And
I hope so. I hope so because I'm still betting on the Clippers for that chip.
Is Kawhi one of the best players right now in the league? That's what
I'm still betting on the Clippers for that chip.
For the chip?
Yep.
Okay. I'll bet you the Clippers don't get past the Lakers.
Oh, they will.
The voice from beyond. God has taken the side.
Because
it's not the Lakers.
Their deficiencies with Denver is not going to be the same.
Wait, is that what's happening? Is God's trying to tell the Lakers
they've got wing play. The Clippers got wing play that the Lakers kind of like are lacking a little bit, but we'll see. I actually think it's going to be a good game. But see, the thing about the Clippers that is really their ace in the hole is that they have such a deep team. They have such a deep team that like that freshness is going to play a very big part late games. Watch, like Kawhi is going to be able to play LeBron man to man, and LeBron won't need to be. I mean, watch. He won't need to be as double teamed. So, like, if AD is double teamed, you will have a problem. If AD has multiple guys on him, and Kawhi is enough to handle LeBron, y'all are stuck. Because then y'all got to deal with what's that? What the point guard, that dark dusty cat, like, yo,
Beverly.
Who is literally like the game changer for them. When he sits down, the game changes.
We apologize.
Who apologizes? He makes millions of dollars. I can call him
Pat
Dusty.
Bev is watching our podcast. I don't apologize.
That's what you're doing. You apologizing. You got millions of dollars. Get a haircut, my G. What are you talking about?
Also, Harden, get a haircut and stop looking like you.
Like, stop, yeah, like this whole struggle bubble shit. Like,
yeah,
what are you? There's no barbers out there. You're lying. Come on.
Whose brother is the barber?
Like, LeBron don't even got no hair. He got a fresh cut. You can't get a cut.
Isn't Rondo brought his brother on who's a barber?
Oh, okay, I think it's Rondo. Is it Rondo's brother? Rondo's brother got ejected from the game. Did you guys see that? Rondo's brother got ejected from the game, and the mad rapper was trying to fight him. Yeah,
he's talking shit to Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook was trying to fight him. The mad rapper. He was trying to fight him, and he's like, "Who said that? Who said that?"
He needs to worry about his basketball game. Like, he got all anger and no game.
He has so much. He lets emotion run his game.
Well, not in a good way. It wasn't a bad thing before because it was like, oh, it's heart. But like, if you got the heart and none of the basketball acumen behind it, now you're just annoying.
Now he's just a mad rapper.
Including your own team, you're just a bad player. Like, dude, I've never seen him play this horribly. Like, it was horrible basketball he was playing.
It's amusing for me to watch.
I mean, it's not the Knicks. So
to transfer from indoor stadiums to outdoor stadiums, we are going to talk about the NFL, and we just had opening this week. Now, the NFL is a big, powerful league with terrible like public relations. They are the worst public relations league out there. They do the most minimal amount of shit to take care of their business. And like just watching it, and I'm an NFL fan, but they have some of the worst fucking fans out there. So we started.
It's all like middle America.
They got
it's all a bunch of white people that are all lives matter.
a step above NASCAR. They got
right. Like one step up, yeah. But definitely NASCAR fans love
the from the urgent care. There's like a house next town over where they're all outside the garage with TVs watching the Giants play, like out in the street in front of the garage. And I'm like, this is overkill. Like, come on.
Yeah, I've seen these outdoor TVs now, and I'm like, okay, that's enough.
I mean, that's whatever floats your boat, man. Like, whatever you got to do to get through.
So the Kansas City Chiefs, the opener, they went in and they beat up on the Texans. Whoever made that matchup, I feel sorry for the Texans. That was not the opener you deserved. But so they came out to do their little arm in arm, the most basic of unity shit that even baseball fans were cool with. And then they got boos.
Yo, like, I couldn't believe
what is wrong with football fans right now? Can I ask you?
And there were like almost no fans in the stand, and they still get booed.
This is another thing that gets me.
Like I can see all three of you. Like, I know all three of you. Like I see who's booing.
Football stadiums being so big right now. Any wide shot, it looks like preseason football.
Yeah.
Right. And then when they're tight, you can't see the crowd, so you get lost in the fake crowd noises that they're pumping into my TV, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's an actual game. But then they go wide out, and you hear crowd noises, and there's no people.
No one there.
And you're like, oh.
They have to stop those angles. Whatever the NBA is doing with angles, the NFL needs to do that equivalent.
The
NBA figured it out.
Well, they have the smaller stadiums.
It's a smaller court.
They have more cardboard cutouts, and they have like this wall of like live fans, and I don't know if that's just for the TV or is that they're actually in the stadium. I have no idea.
It's there, yeah.
So it kind of feels like there's some activity going on there, whereas in football it just looks like practice. I'm telling you.
I mean, going back to the whole booing thing, to me,
it
it bothers me is because you would think that would be the little
basic
thing would be like the basic. Hey, we all stand together. We respect the flag. We respect the anthem, but we still stand together in unity.
It was never about the
we know.
flag.
That's the problem. I've tried to explain.
Why it anymore? Just say that you don't like their cause.
I don't just say
that.
Yeah, I don't think Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, like just go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
I just want to see football. I don't think Black Lives Matter. Like,
and
only when they're playing on my team and scoring for me do I think they matter. Other than that,
until they get traded.
Right, and then the NFL as a whole is the worst league in that they little decals on their helmets, and they painted like end racism at the end of the end zone, and that was about it. Like as a league, they did not in unity stand up and say something. No. Goodell got up on an interview and said some basic shit like a month ago, and then they're like, yeah, that's good enough, let's go play.
But me now seeing the NBA and how the NBA players are actually like taking charge of the whole. Like, I'm a little bit disappointed in the NFL players. Like, I'm disappointed that this isn't hurting them more. Like,
right.
They just can't get together as a group the same way the NBA players seem to be.
I don't even care. Like, I'm looking totally
power.
different. I'm looking totally differently at a Kaepernick now. Like he really was on an island by himself. Like that. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like to this day, like there's cats is like what Kaepernick did was great, but for real, like the NBA, a player stepping out like that in the NBA in this day and age would have been followed by other NBA players.
Well,
like
and they're
in
saying
a very serious way, and probably whole teams.
And they're saying stuff at their post game interviews, and they're speaking out all the time. NFL has none of that I've seen.
Like there's no pressure that the players have to hold the NFL accountable. Like
they don't have the same power the NBA does.
Yeah, but we've seen
they can't even get guaranteed contracts.
Yeah, but I'm not old enough to remember the season, the lockout seasons, but I remember when the refs were secondary refs, when the refs were withheld for a few months, and everybody was screaming. All the fans were screaming at how bad the refs were. If they actually got together and say 50% of the players walked out, the NFL would have to listen, whether or not they have guaranteed contracts or not. And honestly, at this point, Patrick Mahomes could pay them all $1,000 a week to walk out with them if he really wanted to. That boy's got money now.
$500 million.
That's right.
True. I mean, I guess that shows, I don't know, like Chris Paul, I think also, as the head of the NBA players organization, did a great job organizing the players and like the respect that he has. And I just want to see that translated to the NFL.
And maybe it is the guaranteed contract thing that they just don't feel they have the power. But I really do. Any of these workers, ball players, they are absolutely our workers. But they could literally walk out and they have the power because you cannot replace those people. They have talent. There's a reason they're there. They have talent other people don't have. And I guess you could watch Tom Brady throw to Gronk over and over again, but it's not the same game.
Like the owners in NFL have no consequences. Like in the NBA, there's consequences. Like I feel like it's a sport for people who watch that sport are more aware or something, but like there's going to be consequences beyond your team for you actually but the NFL is nothing like that at all. Like, and and maybe I guess the baseball is like that as well.
Yeah, but baseball is a quiet sport. You don't hear anything from baseball from the players. They don't speak out. They don't get out. They did their one little thing.
But they get the most money.
Well, that's because they're just so old. They're just, it's all classic money. It's all rich old white guys pay $1 million for a.
Who cares though? At the end of the day, it's money. Right. and they get they get more of it than any other sports players. So like, I feel like money definitely dictates a lot of people's talking points.
Dude, the NFL owners, you have guys who get busted for freaking massage parlors in Florida.
Oh, and they get off.
Why in Indianapolis? But Mark Cuban said something about Dairy Queen, and he's doing an apology circuit. He's hiring Dairy Queen. Like the owners, I think their philosophy with most people that are owners in the NBA are totally different than the owners in the NFL.
I don't think so.
From the owners.
Actually, I don't think so. I think there's a couple progressive owners maybe in the NBA, but
like a Mark Cuban.
Like a Mark Cuban, like
and even him is
like the dude who owns the Clippers. Yeah, and they're still lightweight, but like I give him progressive for what millionaires or whatever should be. Right. The dude who owns the Clippers. All right, cool, but like they're like the end. That's what I'm saying. It's the players pushing this stuff because most of those team owners are billionaires who support their dollars. So that means supporting Republican causes. Mm-hmm. Like they're no different than NFL owners, but they just can't operate like NFL owners. And there's literally more players. There's literally more players on the NFL team. There's more black people. There's more people there.
Well, and maybe that's the issue. Is there's so many more people. You need to gin up that.
All you need
more.
is 10 or 15. You need 5 people to get that energy up. Not on any of those teams. 32 teams, yo.
I think the
32 teams, and they got like 50 people per team.
53-man rosters.
The first step is getting them guaranteed contracts. Once you have guaranteed contracts, that means you can't just waive and trade that.
Yo, if I gotta give you money to get your morality up, I don't know what else to do.
And money starts first. Think about it. The NBA, they fought the union that was formed with Jerry West and the Russell's guys was during an All-Star break. They fought.
Kaepernick did it.
Even get that position.
Kaepernick did it. He had the same unguaranteed contract, and he wasn't a number 1 quarterback. He didn't have a chip. Like I'm saying, like so why nobody else ain't do it? Not one.
I'm gonna throw out Ed Reed because Ed Reed is actually getting blackballed this year.
He's not right, and he's getting blackball, and he's stuck up with.
He's getting blackballed, and he didn't rape no broads. There was no sexual assault. There was no him on video beating a woman in the elevator. There was no he didn't have 2 dead people in his he wasn't hiding in his damn trunk because he was getting accused of killing some people, and all those people played football again.
Wait, did Ray Caruth play football again? I feel like he went to jail.
No, he didn't go. He got off.
Ray Lewis?
No, he went to jail.
Ray Lewis did not go to jail.
Ray Caruth.
He was the one hiding in his trunk.
Didn't Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis is
Ray Lewis got off.
I think he's talking about Ray Lewis.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ray Lewis.
About Ray Caruth.
He got off. He went right back to playing football.
No, basically if you go to jail 90% of the time you don't come back except for
if
he kills some dogs, then you're okay.
Yeah, I was about to say let a black man fight some dogs.
He'll come back. He'll come back.
He'll come back and never be able to get any of the respect ever again. Yo.
I know. Wait, can we talk really quick?
Mike.
Can we talk really quick about Washington? I guess that's what they're called now.
This is
a team. Washington.
Yeah. Washington.
They have no logo.
I love it.
Literally, they were like, you can't be the Redskins anymore. And the owner was like, all right, cool. We're not the Redskins. We're not anything. Like, you didn't stipulate that I needed to actually rename the team.
So here's the question.
That's societal pressure. That wasn't even pressure from the people on his team. That was societal pressure that finally got him the case.
Right, because FedEx said, I'll take your money.
Yeah. All right, so
FedEx said, I'll take your money.
Yeah. So here's the question. Do we think he's actually – because he said he was supposed to pick before this. Do you think they just said, you know what? It's a bigger statement if we just stick Washington football team on everything. and they're just not going to pick anything.
I can see that. I can see them doing it just to be.
I mean,
totally
for me,
I don't care.
Just stick the face of George Washington on there and be done with it. You don't have to pick another name.
You don't have to pick another name.
It's like a damn South Park episode.
You could be the Washington team.
It's actually just really sad that the Eagles got their asses kicked by the Washington football team. That's the real sad part.
The Washington football team.
Yeah. They actually get a chip. That was
the football team won. The football team won.
Let's go football.
That's the Rob Lowe NFL hat.
Rob Lowe NFL hat.
I feel like it's kind of an asshole way of the owner protesting, actually. He's like, you're going to make me change. Yeah. You're going to take my money away and make me change my team. I'm not going to change my team name. I'm just going to take that name away.
These billionaires do not like being told what to do. These aren't the type of men that they are.
Oh, yeah, he's an asshole. He like basically had them take down trees in a public park because it blocked his view of his house or something. So, I mean,
blocked the view from his house.
From his house, yeah. He's that kind of guy. So the other big news from the NFL is really that Cam Newton won and Tom Brady lost.
Right.
Which
I think is great.
So basically what this says is
he looked like he was recontemplating his whole life. Like
this is Bill Belichick's tour going, Brady, I'm the one who won those damn rings. I'm taking you.
Everybody is saying that. It's one game. But
no.
Everybody is saying that.
Belichick is taking Cam friggin' Newton to the playoffs to show Tom Brady who's the real winner. He's
Cam Newton is great.
It's like if
Cam Newton is not great. He's good.
Quarterback.
Really good.
No, he's a great quarterback.
He's good.
He's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
Really good.
What are you talking about?
He's bad at dressing,
the combination of
quarterbacking.
The combination of his physical.
Great.
Oh my God! Like he's really like a tight end who's a fucking quarterback. Like
I'm with you, Keith.
The dude, like he can do things that other quarterbacks literally physically can't do.
And then still lose the Super Bowl, yes.
Yeah, but he can't.
I mean, like a team game is still a team sport. Like me throwing the ball to somebody means that person still has to catch it.
Oh yeah, it's a combination thing.
Not, but I'm talking about him individually. Like Belichick is about to have a ball with his new and much better.
I wouldn't say he's better than Tom Brady. He is not better than Tom Brady.
He's not better than Tom Brady.
He is now.
You know what's so funny? Let's wait till mid-season and have the conversation again. After Belichick has this guy looking like the best that he's ever been in the NFL.
And I agree. Belichick is a big part, but Tom Brady has
pieces around Cam Newton.
No, Tom Brady has much better receivers right now, but he does not have the timing and the rapport with them.
Him and Gronk played together.
But Gronk wasn't playing. Gronk was there
but he can still run through a lineman, right? I believe so, right? Like he can still do that, and when most quarterbacks cannot.
So
cannot do that.
We'll see. I think
the running back can hand the ball off to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what quarterback can you do that to?
But that's never been Tom Brady's game. People would cheer him when he did a quarterback sneak, and all of a sudden you get
Bill Belichick is going to use the hell out of that.
Oh yeah, it was all whatchamacallits. The whole
He's
game.
About to be a workhorse that Belichick been wanting for the last 3 years of Brady.
But yeah, I think that was a big news, and my Bears won. Even though we're gonna do terrible this year, but we won. That's all that
who else won? You guys know who else won?
Oh,
the Raiders.
Oh, you're a Raiders fan.
You're a Raider fan?
I never heard of them.
Nation.
Wait, aren't they? Wait, where are they? Oh, they're not even a hometown team anymore.
Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
I mean, I guess it's close enough.
Listen,
at least now you have Loss in your name. So
Good one.
In LA. They're not worried about that fire and brimstone in LA.
That's true. It is raining ashes in LA currently.
No, don't worry. It's making its way over. Like I was just watching on the weather channel. That smoke is definitely not staying in California.
No, it's coming out.
No, it's like in Oregon. Yeah, it's making its way east.
Like,
So
that's all right.
What is everybody's team here? I don't know what everybody's team is.
Raider Nation
Giants.
all day.
Giants.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Bills.
Bills?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a winning team this year. I think you got a winning team this year.
They had a winning team last year.
Mm-hmm. Bills have a winning team every year. In fact, they have so much of a winning team. They've gotten to the big game 4 times in a row.
4 times. I know. I live
winning
near
teams.
This whole area
teams.
is in a constant state of depression by
that.
Like
I couldn't even I would be like, just give up.
Like just give up
in a row.
There's kids in third world countries who grew up thinking that they won 4 straight Super Bowls
because they got the losing jersey.
Yo, even LeBron got 3 out of 9. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, 1.
All
They
right.
can get 1.
So it's another Kansas City.
You like that? Right?
I think it's a Kansas City against the Saints. Look good, but the Saints will get screwed. Maybe
there's no way the Saints are gonna.
Maybe
after what Drew Brees said, there's just no way the Saints. Like, I feel like their lineman is not gonna let him.
I hope
let him do what?
Let him live.
All right, we'll see.
They're gonna bro it out. They're gonna bro it out. It's like, yo, I didn't mean what I meant.
I didn't mean all lives matter. Whatever.
Yeah. Like, from what I see of the NFL and the NFL players, like, they'll play the game. It won't be. All
right.
That's true.
No skin off their back.
Okay, that was a lot of sports talk, you guys. Mike is dying right now.
Look at Mike. He's literally. I literally see his soul leaving his body.
Mike looks like what I look like when you guys are doing all your like nerd TV show talks. You're like DC comic, and I'm
You know what though? I'm all in on the sports, right? It's good. It's just we're over time. So.
Over time.
Now people concerned about time.
Trying to rein you guys
like
in.
You were all in.
I saw his little post that said 1 minute left.
I know.
Oh yeah.
15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago.
1 minute.
You see what I have to deal with, folks?
Mike, were you ever? Was Mike ever a drill instructor, or did he not?
No, he was a mental manipulator. Is what he was.
Let's.
The dude was like, he definitely.
Let's not go there.
Now let's not go there. Now let's not go there.
This sounds interesting.
Now let's not go there.
Okay, moving on. Raised by Wolves.
I'm getting peer pressured by somebody who ain't even a peer. I'm in hhigh school.
So
his older brother figure.
I don't know what you're talking about. It didn't happen.
Wow.
All right. Speaking of being raised,
when I take it personal, Michael Jordan over here.
Yeah. Speaking of being raised by wolves, I guess.
Daisy,
that was a good intro.
Right here, Daisy.
All right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is the part of the show that I don't follow, right?
You went to Mike.
We're switching.
I think you should have watched.
You definitely should watch. You should watch it.
This one's
missing out. It's a good one. It's good.
All right.
Yeah.
So this one is Raised by Wolves. It is a sci-fi fantasy drama, according to IMDb.
Fantasy?
I'll give it that.
Oh, it's not real, right? So
definitely
fake. Fantasy. No, that's the sci-fi part, but fantasy is more like
magic.
Yeah.
There's some pretty magic.
It's not over. It's only 5 episodes we've seen, right?
That's right.
Like, relax. The magic is coming.
So it's.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
The setup for this is pretty basic, but it's a very complicated show, if you ask me. So the setup is basically a pair of androids called Mother and Father are tasked with raising human children, growing and raising human children on a mysterious planet. That's the very most basic setup of IMDb there.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
You've heard of this. You've seen this, right? You know what that is.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny.
Is this not why you are here?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Knock that shit off.
But it's a much more high, I don't even know what to call it. High concept. High concept sci-fi show in which these 2 androids land on a planet, and this is going to be spoilers, by the way. We're going to go right into spoilers, play the spoiler warning, blah, 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 blah. And so they set up this little house, and they actually take these embryos and attach stuff to the mother android, and she births these 6 kids. And the whole first episode is them raising these children on this mysterious planet, and that's all you see. And it's a very interesting start. It was very striking. The world is kind of drab overall. It's not a super colorful, like, wow, like magic kind of world. It's very drab, very direct, but very simple looking, but very wild in concept the more you think about it. These androids are almost human. You could easily assume they're human if you weren't told they're specifically android. So I really want to talk about this first episode first, and just the concept that these human level androids can take human embryos and basically raise them. And one specific thing that they mentioned in this first one is they were specifically anti-religion. These androids were.
I was waiting for you to get to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very specifically atheists. They say it out loud that they're an atheist group. They're not allowed to think of be religious at all, and that's really where this show kind of heads off. So, who's got a specific opinion about any of these topics, whether it's just the sci-fi or whatever? Keith, go ahead.
Well, one thing that you're leaving, like they are trying to recreate the world. Or,
yes.
They're trying to repopulate without any religious input or indoctrination, because that's the war. That's the reasoning for the war. That's actually like making them extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's actually factions, and it's religious factions that are fighting in this war. The big global war or whatever that's caused them to send these arcs that they call it out to find new civilization. New Earths to populate. So so it's weird. Like I understand the play on. It seems like all these shows that come out are like definitely like promoting or championing certain messages, and telling stories around those messages. And I really think like this one, like religion and like the whole idea about religion and how it's been something that's been so divisive and this, that, and the other. I think like this, it's really a play on that, how that can get to its extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me just build on what Keith is saying. I think I 100% agree with that. But my other takeaway from the show, at least the first episode, and more so the next one, is the dichotomy of science versus religion. Religion being what the show kind of shows you as what can cause the downfall of Earth and humankind, to the point where everyone's is escaping to find another refuge. And yet these 2 androids, under their creators' programming, were set on their own mission to save mankind with these 6 embryos. And seeing how these 6 are being raised, learning science, technocracy, science only, and how they're growing up. And there's some failures, by the way, with the androids in the first episode. It's not all success, roses and cream puffs, bro. There are some bad moments.
They lose all the kids. Like they definitely
super spoiler alert. Yeah, only 1 out of 6.
Yeah, well, I said spoiler. We said spoiler.
Yeah. So I think it makes you think, especially as you get to the next episodes. You see the pitfalls of religion and where it's taking humanity, versus where the possibility of science being like the main. Which they also show some weaknesses in science too. Not everything.
I was going to add that to your point as well. Yeah. Like I think it's kind of showing the extremes of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's showing the extremes of both.
To get to that point is.
And again,
analyzing it too.
Even in our analyzing the show up until this point, we have to actually leave room for the fact that this is not the end of the show. So like as a caveat, everyone, this is our opinion of the show up until this point.
So far,
and it's only been what 5 episodes, right? Like
So
like there's still more episodes to go. So this is the type of show that it actually could turn into. It could add so much more depth, or not at all. So like I really actually want to reserve the rest of my. I don't want to make this a complete thought.
No, you can't. I think there's so much going on that they're stacking these layers of surprises that give you beyond a. So one of the most surprising things. So you had these. So now you have religious kids in with the androids that are the atheist androids, and not only are they telling them no, religion isn't this or that, they are like almost like they won't allow the kids to pray. That the android parents will get angry and at them. So it's not even just, hey, we've got a better way. It's this agitated atheist, view that it's almost. I don't know. I'm having trouble getting through this show in my mind. There's just so much going on, but it's there's a word I'm looking for that I can't quite land on. But the atheists don't seem like they're a better group than the religious. They're definitely showing negatives on both sides.
Yeah. And you know why? Like the androids didn't make themselves.
Right.
So they're obviously made and programmed by humans. So like I think it really the show kind of radiates to me a very, very much of the intense imperfection of humanity. Like we want to find our way to be perfect, to be right. Like, oh, is it through morality and religion? Is it through like science, this, that, and we're gonna fail at the extremes on both of those sides. And it's not because of those things. It's because of us. It's because we're human.
You hit it right there. That's it.
Because we're human. And like the human experience is not one of perfection. Like those the androids, all of those kids died. All those kids died. She went up and took those other kids and brought new kids down. Those were the kids who had they were being raised with religion and this, that, and the other in the ark. And she straight crashed that whole ark. stole those kids, but and now she's got her family again. But if you guys remember, she was actually a war robot.
Yeah, she was a necromancer.
She was a war robot, necromancer, war robot that was reprogrammed to be this nurture. Who reprogrammed her? Why?
Yeah. So another interesting thing is that she replaced her family with the available kids she picked. She didn't save all of the children to raise. So her morality is very short-sighted. She didn't go up and say, I'm going to kill all the warriors and I'm going to save the children. She went and picked 5 kids to replace her dead kids.
Yeah. And then it was more than 5. She took all of the kids.
No. She only took 5.
Only
took
5.
It was only 5. Was it?
Yeah.
And killed everybody else. Well, she thought she killed everybody else. That's all she wanted. She wanted to replace her kids. That's it. She wasn't trying to save all the children.
Sure, there was 5. I was confused too because in that room, it seemed like there's a lot more people that were in that room.
In that little room, in the little room.
When they arrived back on their home, there was only 5 kids. So I was confused. Like, where's everyone else?
No, she just wiped everybody else out.
She killed the adults, but it just seemed like
she just let everybody die.
Here's the other thing we didn't talk about as far as the droids. The difference between the father and the mother, I thought it was very good contrast. Because they're both androids, they're both programmed with this mission, but the way they approach the mission is different. Like the way the father approaches it is really simple and basic.
Like a butler droid.
I'm a protector. It's almost like the reverse gender stereotype that we do here, where he's more protector and she's more like the go-getter, the gatherer, the hunter of the two. And at one point, he feels that he's insufficient to protect them because the kids are reaching the age where they can be duplicitous and trick him into doing something. And he realizes, oh man, I can't protect these kids if they're like running tricks on me.
Yeah, don't you hate it when kids do that?
Yeah. But when he told forgot the original son's name.
Yeah.
He said,
Champion.
If I can't protect you, I am of no purpose.
Right.
The way he said it, I thought that he was basically saying, if I can't protect you, I no longer need to function.
Right.
I cease to exist.
Well, that's basically it. He's actually afraid of the mother droid too. Once she went full battle droid, he knows he's gotta carry a weight. He has to have a purpose. And
I don't think he was scared of her.
I don't think he's scared. I think he's scared.
I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't put that fear emotion.
They have these weird anymore. They have these weird semi-emotions that I'm trying to place if they have like a Data. You know how Data got that emotion chip? Mm-hmm. Like, do they really have those, or are they programmed responses? Because he's got all these jokes.
No, I don't think it's emotion. It's more like they run into these confusing things and they don't know how to deal with it.
Because she started crying when that first baby died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the father didn't seem to react the same way. He was like, we're just going to make it food. But she
actually brought it back. Like, she literally invested the time. Like, no, it's not dead. Like, she literally waited and invested the time. And then when they got older and that first girl, like, I guess walked into the hole or wherever it was, and she died. Like, she was sitting at the grave and, like, stuff was coming out her eyes.
Oh, when she gets super emotional?
And she said she was overloading. She got overloaded. But, like, it's emotion. But it's odd to me, and you just pointed something out. But I think because of, like, she was reprogrammed. You know, she was reprogrammed to be that. And, in fact, like, she kind of forgot that she was a war robot. She had that war side. Because, remember, it was coming through in dreams or I feel like it was seeping through even her programming of being this new nurturer, and that's why she took it so violently.
Mm-hmm. Like, she flipped like that, and then
when they got down to the one kid, to Cambion or whatever it was, when they got down to the one kid, and then he called the arc that they saw was, I guess, was in
the humans,
because he knew, like, okay, like, we're gonna shut down. He's going to be the only human here by himself. Like, his whole thing was like, all right, cool, we did what we can do. We're going to die. Like, give him to some humans. Like, there's some humans here. Let him rock. She was like, nah, kills him, like, attacks them, crashes the ship, steals the kids. Like, now she got a whole new family. Like, she would not. She didn't process the protecting of that kid in the form of, like, oh, okay, like, somebody else can raise
for him. It wasn't
like,
what was best for him.
It's like, I'm gonna make what's best for him. Like, the violent side kicks in, and how you would handle the situation as a war robot kicks in, and not as a, like, mothering, nurturing kind of whatever programming.
I need to talk about the design of the war robot. It's really, really interesting. This, like, her skin changes.
Oh, mother? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She becomes this very specifically designed Christ figure.
Yes.
The white woman.
It's definitely, like, it's definitely very religious. Like,
sorry, Brooks.
Yeah, for the atheist group, it's very religious, right?
No, but it wasn't atheists that created the war robots. Remember, it's a factioning side.
It wasn't atheist.
It's one of the factioning. So she was reprogrammed probably by a new, because I think the people who are, and this is why we can't really have a full-bodied conversation until, like, the end of this series, because there's so many questions. Like, are all the factions that are warring different religious factions? Right. Or is it like, are there a group of atheists that are doing this reprogramming, and they're the ones responsible for some of those arcs that are trying to raise civilizations of, like, no religious humans?
By the way, we didn't even talk about the soul. I think the SOL, the soul group. Yeah. The dichotomy in that, like, you know, the husband and wife who are not really part of that group, that kind of took someone's facial identity.
And their kids,
with the religion amongst themselves, where, like, the priest or the cardinal, whatever he was like was like, oh, we believe in soul will get us there free, and then he started like faltering in his own faith. To me, that again, like we were talking about the technology and science part and its trappings and failings and successes. The religious part too, seeing how that group has been interacting internally amongst themselves, I thought it was interesting. We talk about the church, the actual church here, and the scandals has been happening, and I thought that the show is starting to dig into that too. Like the girl who's pregnant was, guess what? She was pregnant through rape by one of the senior guys on.
Right. Yeah, they're not. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just gonna say. So, never mind. Stupid joke. I was just gonna say. So, can we call the Ark the Soul Plane?
I feel like you could do better.
Yeah, that didn't.
That's why I said never mind.
I feel like.
All right.
I feel like that wasn't your best work.
So they really went there with the. They really went there with the religious group, the initial religious group. In that, even they're dressed like crusaders. They're dressed like crusaders.
Yeah.
And they're very specifically armored and visualized in a very specific way, but you can see them I think the most reaction I had was the way they treated the kids. So when the two parents are replaced by the people that are actually atheists, and they start interacting with their son, and he's like, why are you talking to me? You never talk to me. And then he brought the kid the mouse, and the kid's like, I don't want to kill it. I don't care if it makes me weak. Those are little hints about how deep in this religious group is.
Well,
those are some freaky
I'm gonna
stuff.
say it only, but it to me that gave me more a picture of how in it those parents were. I can't say that like, because he might be. I just looked at him as part of like maybe a warrior.
Are we talking about the real parents or the atheist ones that took over?
The atheist ones and how the kid reacted to their
parents. But he's reacting to the real parents though.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So I feel like they were probably especially zealous. Or especially like leaders in that, because if he was a warrior, like he's probably the warrior class of that. What you call it?
Let me just add on to that, because when the atheist parents were playing, with the kids, and then that one the female,
the priest, like the high priestess or whatever.
He thought he was in trouble. Like, oh no, look, we're gonna need more of this we're gonna need more of this jovial thing in the new world, which sounds like they didn't have it in the current society to begin with.
Right. Well, the thing that so the new kids. The oldest one, the kid with the high IQ, he's constantly bragging. When he was talking to the girl who had been raped about naming her baby after the guy who did it, the way he said that, what exactly did he say? He said, you should be proud or something.
No, it's not that he should be proud. He kind of blamed her. He said that she wanted it.
He was really, and he's also the kid that said,
being a douchebag.
Yeah, well, he is also the one that said, you know who my father is, and you should listen to me because he's in charge. So I have a feeling there's a lot of that. It's not just the warrior class. There's definitely class structures.
There's a caste system.
Yeah. But yeah. Whew. That was some
rough. I want to see that. I want to see how that is. If the show.
This show got so many layers, and I can see that it's going on the it's going in the religion versus non-religion whatever aspect, and I think specifically Catholicism is what they're using.
There's two other shows that I've watched that this show kind of lands in between, and one of those is Messiah, and it feels like. Just in the fact of the really heavy what happens if religion question. So this is a very far end of the Messiah. Like, this is a faction took over the world with their religion. What happened?
But they didn't. Like, it's like, say, like, this is a war against Catholics, Buddhists.
Well, and that's what's happening in Messiah, but on the very, very
not in Messiah. In here, in I'm talking about in Raised by Wolves. Like, it's different religions. It's different religions that are warring. Like
that's what's going to happen in the other show. That's why I'm saying it. I think the other show was showing Muslims and Christians and Baptist and all of that were all kind of handling this Messiah character in their own way. And this is like, you take that to the far end.
But he's there to be more of a unifying force. I don't think that there is that element in this particular show. We don't see somebody trying to bring everyone together. Like it is no like even in their religion is not even like we're not even getting that they're trying to even get followers and stuff like that. Like
don't forget there's that prophecy though, Keith. There's that prophecy about the chosen one, which I think they dropped twice.
But that's in the chosen one. But that's that one sect. Do all the sects believe in this particular? Like we've only had experience with that one sect. None of the other warring sect religions we have yet to have any experience with. So we can't really speak on it. Maybe that's just their prophecy.
Yeah. Well, we need to see more. I enjoy the show. It's not like The Boys where it's hard to watch of overly violent. The violence is very quick. It's not something they draw.
She just yells and blows people up.
Right, exactly. It's just like a splatter.
That shit is weird.
It is weird. when she did that to that creature, I was like, "Whoa, that's not."
What about when the alien baby was getting served up to dinner and stuff?
Oh.
Wait, what?
You didn't see the episode?
No, yeah, I missed.
Wait, you didn't get to episode 5?
No, I didn't.
Wait, the alien baby. I saw all the episodes.
Saw it. Oh, they didn't serve the baby; they just ate the alien.
Yeah, I want to see where these alien creatures are coming from. I have some ideas, but I can't wait to know more about them.
Wait, you guys didn't see episode 5?
No, I only watched the first 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man!
No, he ate the alien. Okay.
Yeah, and then the dude was joking. You know, is that the baby? Blah blah blah. I was pregnant.
I feel like every time you guys do a review of a show and you're like, this is really good, you should watch it, you convince me to not watch it. Like, hands down, every time. I just want to let you guys know that. You're like arguing if he ate the baby alien or not. Like, no, I'm not interested.
That's some good internal
like
criticism.
Alien,
there.
like animals. Like it's not even like legitimate like alien.
No, my guess is that those are humans who were on this planet at some point.
Oh,
good theory.
That's my theory. I
think those are legitimate like alien animals of the wild. I
was gonna say one of the girl who fell down the hole is gonna be one of those. That's my guess.
Tally, final boss.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
final boss.
I'm not gonna ride that train.
All right. So that's our Raised by Wolves craziness. I think you should watch it. I think it's a good show, but it's a little high concept.
Yeah, we didn't even hear why Mike didn't like it, but that's okay.
No, I actually enjoy it. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. It's actually a good show.
It's an art piece, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely feels very art piece. Okay, so
I'm gonna keep knocking it on our chat, so but
because
I did watch. Oh, sorry.
What'd you watch?
I did watch the first 3 episodes of The Boys.
Oh, you gotta give us your opinion on
season 1 or season 2.
The Boys.
Season 1.
I mean, if you didn't see season 1, that's probably the best one to start with.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on the first 3 episodes of season 1 of The Boys?
I don't know. It didn't grab me the way I wanted it to, the way I expected it to. I don't know. It just didn't.
Not up your alley.
Did you find it funny at all, at least?
A little.
Okay.
Not really. I don't know. I was having a hard time, like, really engaging.
That dark humor, that really obnoxious.
I mean, at least they're not eating babies in it, right? So.
Not yet.
That's true. Not yet. It could happen.
Wait till season 2. It gets crazier.
Don't put it past Homelander, right?
That's right.
Right.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
All right. So we'll skip over the Tenet thing. You guys you can either do a quick peek or we can talk about it next week.
Hey, when's Tenet coming to Heroes Peak? My wife asked.
What?
My wife asked when is Tenet coming to Heroes Peak?
Next year?
Huh?
Next year sometime.
As soon as E-Money gets out that cast.
That's right. All right. So instead of just shutting it down, I was looking up when I was watching the NFL. I was interested, and I was wondering what is the biggest superstar of the NFL right now? Like it feels like a very superstarless league. Not in the sense of really great players. There's lots of great players. There's great players in every league, in every sport. I'm talking commercial success. So if I were to ask you, who do you think it has the highest endorsement money as of 2019? It's the closest numbers I could get in the NFL. Who do you think that is?
Yeah, but it has to be current players, right? So
active.
As of 2019.
Yeah.
As of active players
as of 2019.
I'd say Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I hate myself for saying this because I feel like it doesn't even make that much sense, but maybe Tom Brady.
Yeah, I was going to go with Brady too. Yeah.
Last year.
He's not there. Okay. I'm going to tell you, the player who it is not playing this year.
Oh.
He has the worst. He did some bad stuff in the offseason and went kind of crazy.
Ooh, Le'Veon Bell?
Odell.
Oh, I don't feel like forgot about him, which is crazy.
Exactly.
How do you forget about him?
Okay, so what's crazy is this list from 2019 I got for the highest endorsements players in the NFL. It goes like this. So Odell's number 1. Number 2, of all people, Drew Brees. Right? 3 is still Peyton Manning, even though he's been out of the league for
I was going to say Peyton.
Multiple years.
That's why I was going to say Peyton, but then you were like active players, right? So.
Apparently Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Though I don't see him anywhere. Finally, Tom Brady. Russell Wilson, Rodgers, Eli Manning, J.J. Watt, and Matt Ryan. If that is not the most boring list.
How many of the Mannings on that list?
Eli and Peyton.
How is Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan. What does Matt Ryan endorse, right?
Matty Ice.
So this was getting me because I was like, this league has no commercial superstars, right? So I went, what are the biggest sports endorsers money wise I got this list from early 2019 from April 2020. So this is a little more up to date, but all these sites have different numbers, but I'm going to go with this one. Who do you think is the top for this part of the year? Top any sport endorsement moneymaker. You're never going to get it.
North America only?
No, anywhere.
Michael.
Well,
Ronaldo, right?
The numbers what I got. So
Ronaldo?
No, you're never going to get it. Tennis. He plays tennis.
What's his name? Nadal Djokovic?
Federer. Friggin' Roger Federer.
Federer.
Because he does these like super high-end watch commercials.
Yeah, he does Rolex. He does high-end
cars and shit. Okay, number 2 is pretty easy. You guys should get this. He's a basketball player.
LeBron James,
number 2.
LeBron James.
So these numbers as of April: $58 million for Federer, and $55 million for James. Just this. Okay, next golf. Phil Mickelson.
Wow.
Does he still play?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is still on the list.
Good for Tiger Woods.
Ronaldo. Steph Curry's making some bank. Kevin Durant. Rory McIlroy, more golf.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt. And Jordan Spieth. Another golfer.
Oh.
Some other weird list names were, of course, Neymar.
Who's the number 1 female? That's soccer. Who's the number 1 female?
Serena Williams.
Good.
Okay, now, if I told you...
Naomi coming for Serena's money, though.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Serena just got
and
her
records and titles.
So this is how...
relax. She got a ways to go. She
coming for him, though.
I mean, she coming, though.
This is how low the income for the highest endorsement footballers are. If I told you Tom Brady is equal to a basketball player in endorsements, who would you think?
Anthony Davis.
He's in the playoffs.
Eric said Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm. Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I was about to say, what endorsements does Anthony Davis have? Like
none.
Exactly, Damian Lillard.
No,
okay.
AD's got endorsements.
Okay.
What? Who?
Anthony. If I told you Anthony Davis.
Hulu? Not Hulu.
Who? What football player do you think equals an endorsement to Anthony Davis? Who, to be honest, is not a superstar in the...
No, you're being honest. You're being honest.
So
AD needs a trip.
What football player? I would say
two of the best.
Prescott.
Nope. Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers.
Oh wow.
Not too good.
Combined?
You said they're not.
No, not
too
combined.
Good?
No. I'm just saying they're not superstars in the sense of like Jordan
having
is
a chip?
No. This is about commercial
commercial
endorsement success. So amazingly, Anthony Davis makes the same amount in endorsement as Aaron Rodgers does.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
That's kind of crazy to me that the football players aren't getting these gigantic.
And this is how they don't have power against their NFL owners. We go back full circle.
All right, and the last one, as of 2016, what was the annual income of Jordan sneakers? Annual income, not for Jordan, for Nike, of Jordan's brand.
$100 billion.
5 million?
Several billion, yeah, in the billions.
$2.5 billion of annual Jordan merchandise as of 2016. That's market power. No one else.
I mean,
has.
I still buy Jordans when they come out.
My daughter buys
Everyone
Jordans.
buys Jordans. My daughter too.
Has like 50 pairs.
My wife has like 50 pairs.
That's right. I saw an estimate that it could get up to $4 billion of annual sales as of next year.
And someone told me once that Kanye West is going to be battling Jordans. I was like, you crazy.
Dude's trying to sell $600 white T-shirts. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. He's going to make money. He's making money hand over fist. That's fine. But nobody reaches Jordan level. Nobody does.
No. Good thing he signed with Nike because he sure almost didn't.
I know, Mama. Yeah. Thanks for Mama Jordan.
Thanks, Mama. Yeah, thanks, Mama Jordan.
She still needs her Mama Jordan statue outside.
They need an entire, not a statue. They need a center
building.
Portland for her.
That's right. She made Nike what it is. Otherwise, it would be Adidas we'd be talking about.
That's true.
Crazy.
All right. So that's some fun numbers I was looking up because I was interested.
Good stuff. I didn't know that the NFL guys are so low.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Or the golf guys are so high.
Yeah.
It's all those big brands, those big top-end BMW brands and Rolex watches and coffee and shit. They love the golfers.
They got to reach the demographics, right?
And the tennis guys. And
those are rich white man sports.
Right. And then after that, it's basketball personalities, and soccer guys. Those are people reaching.
Yeah, those are just good sports personalities that you just said. Like you want to be like, you may not want to look like one of those guys, but you sure as hell want to have the same competitive fire as those guys.
And Tiger Woods still holding his own, man. Even after all his troubles, he's still making in the 30s of $30 million in endorsements. And that would be the night. It's kind of late for us. We started a bit late, but we had fun.
Eric, want to say anything with your fractured foot?
Time to switch to golf.
That's right. Time to switch to golf.
We're going to Top Golf soon.
That's right.
Supposed to go. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
We need some good sponsors around here. Maybe we can get some NFL guys. They're cheap. Sponsor us.
To endorse the Heroes Peak.
Maybe Hulu.
Hulu has live sports. Stephen A. said it.
I know. I heard.
All right, everybody.
This is why we get copyright violations against them.
Oh, no more strikes.
It's a troll. It's definitely a troll.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to make fun of Estonia or not?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Estonia. Be watching you.
Maybe we can get a big Estonia fan base or something. That would be.
Yeah, Estonia. I only prefer Westonia. So.
What?
You're all for 2 tonight, Mike.
Come on. Give me that one at least.
All right. I'm going to say good night.
All right, everyone.
Good
night, Keith.
Thanks
Wherever you are.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And comment on our videos. Let us know how we're doing.
Good night, guys.
All that good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right.
Peace out, E-Money.
And we're out.
Happy in the head.
I think he's showing where we our warts here. They were all there.
No, they were there.
Waiting for someone to exploit them.
We're running a government at the highest levels off of propriety and what was proper and what people like everybody agreed to do. But there was no laws around no laws. So basically they didn't think they'd run into somebody like Trump that would just flout all of everything and every propriety and every Yeah, well, there'll be a lot more laws coming down the pike.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean,
true.
and on top of that, you have all the wealth distribution problems that are, we're down here and the billionaires are up here.
Well, but that's a whole nother societal thing. But we need government to help us solve that.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
That's the whole issue. And what Trump is showing us is that really, it's not 3 co-equal branches of government. Yeah, the executive has way more power than the other 2. They can't stop anything that he's doing.
That's the problem. If the assumption that the 3 powers would all be independent, this idea that, hey, these 2 powers would get together and overwhelm the 3rd, never really, I don't think, crossed anybody's mind.
Not even that. The executive branch can select the judicial branch. At the same time, if he's a member of a party that one of the Congresses...
Yeah, the way it works out, the president can actually orchestrate a lot more than anybody in the Senate or the House can, or the judiciary. Well, he gets to pick the judiciary. So if you get a perfect storm, I got the Senate and three of these motherfuckers on the Senate dies, it's a perfect storm for me to control the government.
Right. Plus the Justice Department. The fact that the Justice Department is basically under the executive.
And they're supposed to be the people's lawyer. They're supposed to be the people's attorney.
But they're out there defending Trump in court is really what they're doing right now. Okay. We should. Now that we had our happy talks.
Wait. We were laughing and joking before you guys came on.